My name is Ceristella Ramlee with Matric number of BS20110264. Today I will present about the article that I reviewed in the mini project titled Impact of Land Use on Water Quality in Malaysia. The study objectives were to review and analyze the main relationship between land use and water quality, as well as to visualize the major sources and processes of water quality pollution in Malaysia. Next, this study used two main methods. Firstly, the authors have done a rigorous reviews of all applicable studies conducted in Malaysia until mid-2018. The authors used articles from main scientific databases such as Scopus, Science Direct, Springer, Google Scholar, and EasyProxy. The keywords that the authors have used were land use, water quality, and Malaysia. The authors set the main focus on articles that enabled them to identify both land use and water quality variables. In total, 39 out of 52 articles were selected to be the information sources in their studies. To check how the attributes variables were correlated and to determine the relationship between land use and water quality, the authors used Spearman correlation coefficient. To simplify the studies, the authors have divided the lands into three major groups, which were urban land, agricultural land, and forest land. Next, in results and discussion, the authors found that the main sources of pollution in urban land were from residential, industrial, commercial, and recreational activities. They also found that urban land showed the most significant positive relationship only with hydrological parameter, which consists of water level and depth, velocity, flow direction, and discharge. In agricultural land, the authors found that clearing activities on land lead to increment of salinity problems in a catchment, as spot of sediments and decomposition of organic matter in streams caused acidity problems, while the flock control activities such as feedlots caused increment of organic matter in local streams. For the correlation, the authors found that there were a significant positive relationship between agricultural activities with the physical and chemical characteristic of water quality. Lastly, in forest land, the authors found that there were no significant adverse impact on water quality. Instead, based on NINA research in 2017, rainforests contribute to the preservation of water quality and reduced erosion. In the conclusion, the study found that the main sources of water quality degradation in Malaysia were the urban development, which described by 87% of the analyzed articles, agricultural activities, which described by 77% of the analyzed articles, and lastly, forest degradation, which described by 44% of the analyzed articles. To be said, the factor that affecting water quality is complex and actually have been described in a lot of literatures. However, it is important to review and analyze the existing studies as it provides an understanding of the relationship between land use and water quality, which will be useful to facilitate a strategic management not only in the main sources of water pollution but also the processes involved. The strengths of this study that are found were very informative as various references have been used to complete it. The terms used were also easy to be understood by readers. In data presenting, all the data were presented with graphics, which make it easier for the readers to see the correlations. All the references used in this study were also cited. I personally found that the abstract was useful as it provided a summary about what the article about. I also found the introduction useful as it provided a clear view about why this study being conducted. While for the weaknesses that are found in this study, where the authors does not include about how the Spearman correlation coefficient works. Also, some of the discussion section were quite confusing for me, as it does not provide a clear final results on the discussions. Lastly, some of the sentences that were used were combined in a very long form with a lot of commas before the full stop mark. This caused me to be a little bit confused when I read the article. Overall, this study was actually a first step for our country to spread awareness across the country and maybe even globally. Research like this should be conducted more, as every year a lot more studies were conducted. In the future, a study to summarize a proper management and solutions on water quality problems should be done, so a suitable solutions can be applied right away in the polluted areas based on its suitability. That's all from me. Thank you.